Go on with it. Do us. So we are coming in with a force. Yeah. Blessing the reap and we coursing on full. But we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all coming like man. But thank God for the journey, the earnings, that's to the plus. Yeah. Gratitude is a must. Yeah. Blessings fall on my right hand. What's a toast to the friends that take off every load. Part time things sit down in a class and we board then only see the road and we go on with the road.
Looking for ways to improve your health? Look no further. Visit www.shayreneeonline, where we provide healing beyond the prescription pad. We have hand-blended teas and herbs that are going to provide you with ultimate immune health, cold-pressed juices, as well as sea moss gels that are going to provide you with your daily vitamins and nutrients in just 2 tablespoons. Shop www.shayrenee.net and receive free shipping on all orders over $75. Don't wait, because a healthy life is ahead. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and we are back to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode 1, titled Projections and Deflections. And can I tell you something? These women could not wait to dig in Robin's. Okay, let me tell y'all something. This episode really wasn't like, we were waiting for this season to come back and all that good stuff. And of course, I'm a fan of this franchise because I am in the DMV area. But I gotta tell you, the opener kind of fell flat. Like, I know that we gotta hold Robin accountable for her. The episode started off with them going back to the Reasonably Shady podcast, where her and Jazelle talked about what happened between her and Juan that didn't happen on the season. And then Robin she didn't take any accountability and basically was like, I was waiting on Karen to say it. Girl, do y'all wait to say anything about somebody? That was just a total deflection. They titled this show very well, okay? Let me say this. Robin got to get it together. She got to get it together, because this can't be how she acts the entire season. She's giving very much so delusional. Very delusional. Because even her own homegirl is like, listen, you ain't about to have me lose my daggone job, because I'm going to get on here this season and I'm going to talk about you. And also, it's a deflection for Jazelle, because Jazelle ain't got nothing going on. So she gonna hide behind Robin's problems all season. I can see that. I can tell you right daggone now, that's exactly what Jazelle gonna do. She gonna play like the very doting, loyal friend that's just like, hey girl, we gotta talk about this because we did, I had your back last season and I didn't say anything. But you so quick to throw everybody else under the bus, Jazelle. But you, as the producer of the show, if you will, yourself, didn't produce a situation and talk about real life things like you were supposed to with your friend here. Your homegirl, her picker is off. The picker is off, okay? So all of the women go through what happened with Juan and the girl with the hotel receipt. Juan at the laundromat with somebody. Juan at the nail salon with somebody. Let me tell you something. Juan don't go to the nail salon with daggone Robin. So why are you sitting in the nail salon with somebody? And in the opening scene with him and Robin, let me say this, Robin, your house is beautiful, okay? But your attitude is nasty. Your house beautiful, but your attitude stank. It's real stank, okay? Just want you to know that. But they're sitting down, she's sitting down with Juan, and I can sense that Robin doesn't want to rock the boat with Juan. That's her problem. She doesn't know how to have difficult conversations with him. It seems like she just would rather get along to be along. She would rather life with him than without him. So she allows him to continuously make her look stupid. And Juan, you are basically making your woman look like a fool. You know that y'all are on national TV. Everybody is watching everything that y'all are doing. So why would you sit up here and put yourself in a compromising position? You got to be smarter than this. You have got to be smarter than this. Now, the girl with the hotel receipt, Absolutely stupid. And if you just, and he claims throughout this conversation with Robin where she's like, well, we dealt with it and we, we got past it, but still it really, blah, blah, blah. She's kind of dancing around the fact that it made her upset. And I'm like, girl, you got to let this man know that this is not okay. Because if you keep on making this okay, he's going to keep on doing it. And his excuse was, I'm just a nice guy. You know what? Well, since you so nice, Juan, let me DM you and you come over here and pay some bills in this house. Maybe if I go ahead and say, oh, I forgot my credit card to pay my electric bill. Or you know what? I forgot that my account was empty to pay my mortgage on the 1st. Juan Dixon, come on over here and pay my mortgage. Like what? That's how dumb that sounds. And if you out here in the business of giving charity, then go right on ahead. Because y'all will never have no money and you'll be broke again. Robin has got to deal with her issues with Juan. I really think that they need to go to therapy. He's not going to stop doing this stuff. Because he continuously gets away with it with her. He's sitting there basically just brushing all this stuff under the rug. And, oh, Robin, I really don't want to talk about it. He don't even want to be on camera. He don't want to do any of this. But the fact that he doesn't have a job right now is definitely weighing on the fact that she's like, listen, you ain't got no damn job, so you better get on this camera and you better film. I don't want to hear I don't want to come to the reunion. I don't want to do this. I bet you Juan have a job by the time the reunion comes so that he don't got to come. I guarantee y'all that. Guarantee it. Juan Dixon will not be at the reunion because he will have a job by then and he will not want to come and address this. And once again, he's going to leave his wife to come and deal with this stuff all by herself yet again. And then at the end of their conversation, as they go back through all of these situations and she brushes it under the rug right along with him saying, oh, well, we got past it. We got past it. When clearly in the back of her eyes, I can see how upset Robin is. She is really pissed off. She really want to lay into this man. But one thing I will have to agree with her, and we'll talk about this when we get to the scene where she's sitting down with Charisse, Ashley, and Jazelle, is that what is yelling and screaming at him going to do if you just going to end up staying, girl? It ain't going to do nothing. So at the end of the day, count your blessings. Stay with him if you're going to stay with him. And just say it with your chest. Shut everybody down. Be like, listen, this is my marriage. I'm going to stay in my marriage. I'm going to be Letitia Scott from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I'm just going to stand by my man no matter what dumb stuff he does. And no matter how dumb he makes me look. It is what it is. And Juan always ends every conversation with, we just going to raise our boys. Let me tell y'all something. That was a call out to all of his mistresses, because the running theme that he's been saying allegedly to all these mistresses is that he is staying with Robin because of the kids. They're just together to raise their kids. Now, we've seen that people raise their children separately very well all the time. Co-parenting is a thing, Juan Dixon. Y'all don't have to live in the same house to raise your children. And frankly, what y'all are doing is creating toxicity. You're letting your sons know to stay in situations, even if they're uncomfortable or even if they're in a loveless relationship, if you will. Stick it out if you got a kid. What are you really teaching your children? Because y'all being in love and wanting to be together is not exactly illuminating through the screen. We don't see that. Y'all got to cut it out because this is not healthy. So in the next scene, we have Jazelle with Jason from Winter House, okay? They trying to make some sushi, and one of, I think Adore is the twin that comes down to help. It's either Angel or Adore. One of the twins comes down to help to make the sushi. Jazelle, this 16-year age gap, it really shows. You look like you're in the kitchen making dinner with your son. That's what you're doing. And Jason, these cornrows, baby. You got to take that out. That is not your look, honey. Jason, he done came from getting Lindsay pregnant to now dating Jazelle. I guess he don't want no more screw ups because he ain't gonna get Jazelle pregnant. I think that ship has sailed. I don't know about this relationship. It's giving boy toy, which that's what it is. Okay, girl, get your back cracked. Maybe Jazelle having some consistent D will help her to have a better damn attitude. I don't know what to say with this, but yeah, this ain't gonna last. It'll probably be maybe another year. She get the itch scratched for a little longer consistently. She tried it, and Jazelle in this scene, they're talking about how he lives in New York and she's obviously in Potomac and doing things or whatever, which I don't even know what Jazelle does to make money outside of this show because every hue is gone. So I don't know what other businesses she has or whatever the case may be, but she has been busy and not having time for him. And she's just like, yeah, because I don't, y'all know how I am. I just don't want him around. Girl, a couple of seasons ago with the man that allegedly had the woman in Rock Creek Park. Oh yeah, Rock Creek Park. If y'all from DC, you know where that comes from. You was being real cringe, like wanting to talk to him every day and all this, that, and the third. And you didn't want to be with Jamal anymore because you felt like you didn't see him. When y'all try to fake rekindle this relationship, you complained that you didn't see him enough. You're very clingy. So don't try to make it seem like you all of a sudden aren't clingy because this man is 16 years younger than you. Child, please. Jason and I are the same age. He's 38 years old. She's 16 years older than him. Y'all do the math. Girl, it ain't gonna last. Moving on. So next we got Ashley and Dean and Dylan. They're at Ashley's new house that she done bought in Potomac. Or wherever she done bought this house at, child. Maybe it's in Virginia. Who knows? But it's a nice house. She got it well decorated. It's actually, I have to give it to her. Like, her decor is what I would want to stay at. Like, or I would want to decorate my house like that. Or like, that's the type of house I would look for that type of decor if I'm like going on vacation, because I love the beach. So it's the crab in me, the Cancer in me. We love the water, child. So I love the decorations. And I love seeing the boys playing together. I think it's great that they're so close in age. I kind of sometimes, it really brought me back to my son. He's 7 and he's an only child. And I would have loved to see him have a sibling that's that close in age to him, to see them playing like that. But outside of that, I am really tired of listening to Ashley complaining about having to pay her own damn bills. Girl, you are on a national TV show making a shit ton of money. I do not feel sorry for you, chick. I'm so tired of her keep talking about yes, Michael's name is on my house because I feel like I have a little more security. And yeah, when she talking on the phone with Jazelle, yeah, I haven't, I'm kind of dragging my feet with my divorce because, girl, you ain't never going to really divorce Michael. Let's just stop playing. Let's keep it a buck. You're not going to divorce him because you want to keep a hold of his funds. Let's just is going on to keep it real. And you finally are being honest about it. It's like, girl, grow up, Ashley. What were you doing before Michael? You were being an adult and paying your own bills. You have 2 kids now. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps and pay your freaking bills. Period. I don't want to hear that. And you talking about something, oh my gosh, when we were in the condo, it's so much harder now that I'm by myself in this gigantic house. But I'm in the condo, I had Michael. Girl, let's stop acting like Michael was there 24/7 to help you with them damn children. He was not. You wanted the children, so that let's keep it all the way 100. You wanted to have these kids so that you could be financially secure. You're doing that. Stop complaining about the way that you have to endure it, okay? You're getting the money. You have the house. You're on TV making the money. Make the best of it. Create businesses. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps and make your own damn money. That's what we all have to do every day. We have to live our lives. Keep it going day after day after day. Live your life and take care of your kids, period. And with a nanny. You sat here and talked all this trash about, oh my gosh, it's so hard, and doing this. And you got a nanny standing right there helping you with these damn kids. Girl, stop. So Ashley on the phone with Jazelle, and Jazelle wants to have her and Sharice come over to talk to Robin, obviously because of all this stuff that has been in the press with Robin and them doing the thing on the Reasonably Shady podcast. Her feeling like, yeah, we talked about it on the podcast, but you know, I kind of feel like that was probably a no. We shouldn't have did that, but it's already done now, so it is what it is. And I'm like, and just like Robin and Juan were talking about it, he even told Robin that wasn't a good idea to talk about it on the podcast. But let Juan tell her he don't want to talk about nothing. He probably don't even want her on the show if it wasn't for the fact that it's giving her a big payday. Honestly, Robin better be glad that this actually came up, because she has not been given at all any season. So it's now your time to provide something for the show. You should have brought this out last season, truth be told. And honestly, like I said before, I don't want to be talking about Robin and Juan all season because Bravo feels like, oh, we didn't get a chance to get her last season, so we gotta get her now. It's too much. And even they talked about Robin being on Watch What Happens Live and all this and the third. Let me tell you something about Ebony K. Williams, okay? My girl Ebony K. Williams is the gift that keeps on giving. She was sitting there looking at her like, girl, you tripping. What? You didn't bring it up on the show? Yeah, I don't know what you was smoking on, because you definitely were tripping not talking about your real life and you're on reality TV. So, I don't know. These girls about to get together to talk about some stuff with somebody that obviously doesn't give a good goddamn about anything that they're saying. So, anyway, we got Karen, and I'm probably going out of order, y'all, but y'all get the drift. Karen, Candace, and Wendy go to lunch together. Karen and Candace get there first, and they're sitting down and they're talking, and then Wendy comes up, and Wendy comes in talking about something she can't drink because it's, she gave it up for Lent. Now, I was baptized Catholic as well. Did my first Holy Communion and all that stuff, okay? But please don't let this whole season be about Wendy and her religion, because Wendy, that is going to be your first road to getting off this show. Because, baby, if you're not giving more than that, and let me say this. I love the Lord. I love the Lord just like the next person. I tell you I do, okay, because he has been good to me. Amen, okay? But, Wendy, you carrying your rosary beads around and stuff, and this is your storyline. Girl, I got a rosary bead tattooed on my neck, hanging off, saying God can't nobody judge me but God. But sister girl, we're not about to make this your storyline for the whole season. We're absolutely not going to do that. No, we're not. Okay? So moving on, they sit there and talk about how basically Robin talked about on Watch What Happens Live, how she thought Karen was going to bring up everything that was going on with her. That's why she didn't bring it up. Karen says that, she didn't know that Juan was cheating across the USA lines, child. He up in Canada messing around with somebody. She was talking about somebody looked like her that was locally and domestic. All in all, they were all talking about how they were all individually attacked last season. And Candace, of course, brought up how both of the Green-Eyed Bandits attacked her marriage. Now, Robin tried to act like she was an advocate for Candace, which Candace kind of gets on my nerves, because why do you keep on saying that Robin is your friend, this, that, and the third? Sis, you in the conversation, even with your husband, was talking about how you would be willing to have a conversation with Robin, but you sat up there and had a whole fight with Monique and won't forgive her. But Robin is backstabbing you left and right, talking trash about you, not really she's not your friend. You don't really have a good eye of who is your friend and who is not. I don't get it. Candace is delusional too. But these three, I guess this gonna be the trio that links up and stays together so that they can, keep it tight for the whole season and have an alliance together. So then we have G and Mia. So now they're in a new place. They moved out of the house that they were renting for $10,000 a month or something like that. Something crazy. They were renting some house for some astronomical amount of money. They've moved out of there and moved into another house. Like, I'm like, Mia, you sat up there and did all this demolition and decorating to somebody else's damn house. Girl, why you didn't just move back into your penthouse in Baltimore? You only have 3 kids living in the house. Like, I'm pretty sure the penthouse was big enough. So then G goes into how he's going to be going into litigation with his brothers or whoever he owned. Well, he ain't owned shit, apparently, if it was that easy for them to kick him out. But the joint chiropractic, where they had a stake in the business, now they don't. They've kicked them out. They owe him $500,000, which ain't no little bit of money to sneeze at. But it's like, how much are y'all going to have to pay the lawyers to have to get this money? So they're sitting down talking about how their lives have changed. G has been depressed. Mia's sitting here lying about her not drinking. She's like, oh, I'm not drinking. But I did have, he was like, girl, you had a glass of wine. You're lying. You always lying. She was like, well, yeah, but you know the alcohol content is less on wine. Girl, you're drinking. Don't sit on this camera and say that you not drinking and you are drinking. Like, G is exposing her left and right. And I see that this is going to be a running theme for their storyline for the rest of the season. So, y'all, let's sit tight because it looked like Mia going to just keep on being Mia and lying her ass off. Moving on. So, y'all, we got this next scene with Candace and Chris. They go on a little picnic outside. I think it's real cute. You know, Candace is sitting there talking to him about her tour, how she spent over 6 figures on the last tour, and she's hoping that the next time it will actually become profitable. I'm like, girl, you ain't making no money off of these tours. It's giving ticket sales is not giving. Y'all better get out there and buy them tickets to the City Winery tour for Miss Candace, child, because the girl can sing, but damn, I mean, I don't want her to be wasting her money on this now. I want the record company to not drop, sis, okay? So she can sing. Candace is talented. I really do want to see. Candace has not been my favorite over the years, but I really want to like Candace. So I do want her to be successful. But, you know, we spending all this money, honey. We got to be making some money off of these tours and doing things. We got to do things that's going to bring the coins, okay? So also, I couldn't help but to notice Chris is looking really old. Real fast. Ain't aging well. It's really showing that she didn't marry a black man. Just saying. But yeah, Chris, of course, did the cooking and whatnot. The food looked good. And they were talking about, they also went into talking about her conversation with Wendy and Karen when they all went out for lunch. So she's basically saying that Robin was talking about everybody else's situation, and they went to a flashback of at the reunion where Robin said, you know, it doesn't look good for a man to be in a hotel room, a married man to be in a hotel room with another woman. Well, it damn sure don't look good for your husband to be going and signing his name on receipts for women at hotel rooms and telling you that he didn't sleep with homegirl and he was just being nice. Like Jazelle said to Ashley on that phone call, he's just a really nice guy. And mind you, Robin, I want you to take note of how sarcastic Jazelle was being. And the fact that she was sitting there laughing with Ashley on the phone about how stupid your husband is. But that's your friend. Moving on. So Candace and Chris are just basically going over how they were the targets last season. And I think even now this year, allegedly, well, out there in the media, some girl is saying that her and Chris was sleeping together. But I don't even take homegirl serious because she's a clown. Like, it was giving, I am just trying to get some little bit of attention and I'm crazy. Like, homegirl definitely sounded crazy. And I don't think Chris is dumb enough to mess with somebody like that. That's going to be seeking out people to tell that he's sleeping with them. Like, it's giving lawsuit, honey. It's giving lawsuit. So, y'all, you know, don't make this a thing, people, out here lying on people and carrying on, because it's just, it ain't worth it. So, moving on. That scene wasn't really giving much either, but the fact that, and then Candace went on talking about yeah, and I just really want to have a conversation with Robin because I really did, you know, we had a friendship and, you know, it just feels like she was behind my back, in cahoots with Jazelle trying to take down my marriage. I couldn't believe it, and I just want to have a conversation with her. You had a conversation with her last season. This is the piece that stops me from liking Candace, because Candace always, without a shadow of a doubt, gives off petulant child. Like, if you don't kiss her ass, or you not somebody that's around her kissing the ring, she got a problem. And it's like, girl, really, this ain't no thing. Robin don't have to kiss your ass. That's number one. And two, Robin was never your friend. So I don't even know what type of loyalty you are looking for from sis. But moving on, we get to the last scene where Jazelle invites Charisse and Ashley and Robin over. So ultimately, Charisse, Ashley, and Jazelle are there to kind of have an intervention with Robin, if you will, on her being delusional and just kind of not really expressing her feelings over what's going on, and just kind of taking it with a grain of salt and just kind of moving on. And all of them have gone through different situations in their marriages that have caused some concern and contention, where ultimately all of them are divorced, and Ashley, for the most part, are divorced, if you will. And Ashley is in the process of getting a divorce, which we know good and daggone well homegirl ain't getting no damn divorce. And she admitted herself in the scene with her and her children that she is not really rushing to get a daggone divorce. But everybody, I thought it was really hilarious how all of them are tiptoeing down Giselle's garage driveway, or walkway, or whatever. Jazelle, I'm gonna need you, because that don't look safe. When it snows and it's icy, I hope ain't nobody walking down that walkway, because the way that y'all was tipping down that the way they was tipping, I just knew somebody was gonna bust their ass. So Charisse arrives first, and Charisse is like, she doesn't know if Robin is really going to receive what they're saying. And then when Ashley gets there, she talks about how her and Robin, and she said this on the phone call with Jazelle, she don't know how Robin is really going to take things from her, because she's had conversations with Robin in the past about her relationship, and Robin hasn't been very accepting of it. But it's kind of one of those things where the pot is calling the, kettle black. All of y'all are going through the same thing, so it's kind of like you criticizing me for the same shit that you're going through, and you're not getting out of it. So why are you trying to tell me what to do in my relationship, or trying to have me take a look at things that you're not taking a look at in your own personal relationship? So I can understand Robin's contention with Ashley, because Ashley had actual photos of your dude with no shirt on in the boudoir in hotel rooms with women. And, even Ashley talked about in this scene where she doesn't want Robin to feel silly being in a relationship with Juan, knowing all these things that he's doing, because she's done the same thing where Michael allegedly got in the bed with some woman because he was drunk and fell asleep. He just fell asleep. Girl, what was he doing before he fell asleep? Okay, and I don't want to hear that he don't remember or none of that. But Ashley, said that she took that in and she forgave him and decided to continue on in the relationship. And basically all of them share stories about how their husbands were cheaters, and ultimately the relationship is over. Jazelle came into the show talking about pass the dickum down. Shout out to giving you the real tea. I think that is hilarious that he says that. But, Jamal Bryant laying the hammer down on the whole daggone congregation, allegedly. He out here doing all this stuff and dicking around in the congregation. And she was just, I got to a point where she was like, I'm no more. I'm not dealing with this anymore. And Charisse got very emotional. I think that we downplay how close Robin and Robin and Charisse are. Because Robin, when Charisse was on the show, she was very open with how close she was with Charisse, because of the fact that they had they met because Juan was on the basketball team, and I think she met Charisse before any of the other ladies. So all of them have ultimately met each other through the basketball hemisphere some kind of way. So Charisse got emotional because she was like, you know what? I let a lot of stuff go, and the last 3 years of my marriage were the most trying. And it had to be difficult dealing with that on national TV. And then she admitted that she had dealt with all this stuff, accepted all of the cheating and all of the foolishness. And ultimately, he was the one that left. He was just like, you know what? I don't even care that you're accepting it anymore and I can do what I want. I don't want to be with you anymore. And that has to be so hurtful. And I think it's still hurtful for her because those emotions kind of rushed back to her in that moment and she began to cry. Because it's like, I'm sitting up here putting up with all this stuff from this man. He is out here dicking and doing whatever the hell he wants. I'm accepting it and he still wants to leave. That's gotta be hurtful. And you have his children. It's crazy. So ultimately, all of them are sharing these stories with her and telling her that they don't want her to end up like them. And I get it, you know, and I appreciate them as her friends for saying to her, listen, this don't look right. And we kind of feel like you're being a little delusional and you're not really accepting it. Like you're not showing any emotion. But then I'm on Robin's side too, because it's like, what do y'all want me to do? How do y'all want me to show emotion? Like, I'm not going to leave him. I forgave him. But then they ultimately like, okay, so what if he does it again? And she's like, well, if he does any of this stuff again, I'm leaving. Which I doubt that she gonna do. But, and if anything, you probably not gonna leave, or you probably gonna hide it like you did last season. And this time, you ain't gonna tell Jazelle. You ain't gonna tell nobody. You just gonna keep it to yourself. But the thing is, you are in the public eye, and anybody is looking to out you. So whatever you do in the darkness, you or Juan is going to come to the light. And Robin even admits that she actually told him to get out, but he didn't even leave. I'm like, girl, he don't take you seriously at all, sis. Like, this man is just going to parade around and do whatever the hell he wants to do and not give a damn about what you think about it. At the end of the day, he is giving, I am here and with you so that I can raise my children. You lost all my damn money, so I am going to stay with you so that I can live the life that I made for myself ultimately, but you lost all my money. So now that you have the money, I'm going to live the lavish lifestyle that I created for myself. I deserve this. That's what I think Juan feels. In my opinion, I feel like Juan feels like he deserves to live in this lavish life, and whether she's providing it or him, it's going to happen. And it just helps that she's the one providing it because she's the one in his mind that lost all of his money. I just think that I think that's the core of their problem. They need to deal with the hurt and the pain over that. They need to go to therapy and really deal with that situation, because I think that moment of finding out that they were broke because of her decision of giving all the money to the friend to invest, and then allegedly there's some shadiness around her relationship with said friend. I think he has a lot of resentment towards Robin for that he doesn't admit. So that's always going to be a dark cloud over their relationship. And I think that it's challenging, and it doesn't really allow him to get as close to her as he once was. So y'all, I don't know. Robin and Juan, child, buckle up, because this whole season is about to be on y'all. But thank y'all for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching this foolishness with us too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.